Banking and building credit without a social security number. Are you trying to establish credit or open a bank account but don't have a social security number? We have good news. You might not need one. Federal law requires financial institutions to verify an individual's identity anytime someone wants to open a checking, savings, or credit account. The government sets minimum standards as to how to verify your identity. Verification includes general information such as the applicant's date of birth, name, address, and identification number. A social security number is the identification number traditionally used, but many financial institutions will also accept an individual taxpayer identification number, or ITIN. Having an ITIN can be the answer to helping you establish a banking relationship, build your credit, and start a credit file. You can obtain an individual taxpayer identification number regardless of your immigration status. It's a 9-digit number that looks similar to a social security number. To apply for an ITIN, contact the Internal Revenue Service. You can get help with the application process through the community service or action groups or your local consulate. Banks and credit unions are insured to keep your money safe and offer you a way to pay your bills and cash checks. And having a checking or savings account can be a bridge to establishing credit. If you're shopping for a bank that accepts an ITIN, consider factors such as, do they allow undocumented immigrants to open an account with an ITIN? Is there a minimum deposit requirement? How much are their fees? Is it a local bank and what are their hours? What kind of accounts do they offer, such as checking and savings? What type of documentation do they require? Credit card issuers and lending institutions use your credit file, not your social security number, to decide if they will open an account for you. Even after opening a checking or savings account with an ITIN, you may need to start creating a credit history by applying for a secured credit card. A secured credit card requires you to maintain a balance in a savings account to guarantee you will make the required payments. The balance is typically equal to the credit card limit the issuer establishes for you. You'll want to make sure the card you choose reports to the credit bureaus and that you make your payments on time. You might also be able to take advantage of a credit builder loan offered by some banks or credit unions. The loan amount is held in a bank account until you make all the payments. Then you can receive the loan. This helps you save money while establishing credit. If you go this route, make sure the lending institution reports to the credit bureaus. And remember, they will report on how you manage the loan. You can also ask a family member to add you as an authorized user to one of their existing accounts. The credit bureaus will add the account history to your credit file, so you'll want to piggyback on an account that has a long history of on-time payments. Some larger financial institutions like Chase, Bank of America, and Capital One accept an ITIN instead of a social security number. Community banks and credit unions are also excellent sources to explore. Although many banks will allow you to apply for services online, others may require you to visit a branch office so they can fully explain their requirements and benefits while walking you through their processes. Once you're granted credit, protect it. Avoid the temptation to apply for too much too soon. Every time you apply for credit, it can lower your credit score. Make your payments on time. 35% of your credit score is determined by your payment history. Keep utilization low when using credit cards. Don't carry a balance that's more than 30% of your credit limit. Pay at least the minimum payment and pay more when you can. Keep accounts with a good pay history open unless you have a high annual fee. Monitor your credit scores and reports. Check your information regularly to ensure it's current and accurate. Visit takechargeamerica.org or call 866-528-0588 to learn more about building credit and other financial topics, and to get help with credit card debt, student loan debt, and more.